All right, we're ticking here. Okay, just say I'm on the clock. I gotta go to sleep. So it's been a long day. I just got home from work. I read this earlier, looking to see if anybody else has a different opinion than me. Maybe enlighten me a little bit. But we got the main core of the X Men here. We got some of the A-listers. You got Rogue, Wolverine, you got Gambit. All right, now you got these new characters. Now this story, it's getting my attention, but it really takes a little bit of work to get my attention on this one. All right, you got Gambit messing around with some kind of dragon thing. I've never seen this thing before in Marvel. It could be something from another book. I don't know. All right, but I will say this about this: the art is gorgeous. It fits the book perfectly. All right, I don't really remember all these new characters' names yet. As I'm reading it, I'm learning. This seems to be the most intriguing character right here. Now, go to the front. I can get his name. It's been a long day. All right, that is Deathstream. He seems to be the coolest character out of these new ones that they have. Gail Simone has created. So you got Jeter, Ransom, Deathstream, and Calico. All right, I hope I said everybody's name right. But it's a good book. I mean, if you want to jump on the X-Men, everybody always tells you the best part of jumping on the X-Men, do this book, do that book, but they're all expensive books they always recommend. Every Wednesday, you're guaranteed an X-Men book that comes out in some shape, manner, or form. All right, you go to the comic book store, you pick it up. It's not that difficult. All right, I did this when I was a kid. If I could figure it out when I was a kid, you could figure it out. All right, but this keeps the train going. At the end, we have an appearance of a character that I am not familiar with. I mean, the concept looks really cool. All right, that's Lady Henrietta. All right, so that looks cool. All right, waiting to see where this goes. I'm hoping we get a little bit more of the legitimate X-Men storylines going on here because there's only so much of new characters I can take until you get a little get like a point of where they're going. Otherwise, I'll get distracted and just not pay attention to it. All right, because I mean, it looks like a story that I might have seen already somewhere else. I mean, she turns into some really cool forms here. Now, I've never heard of this character before, so this is all new to me. All right, but her first appearance is listed as Ecstatic number 1. All right, that's what I found on Google. All right, so if anybody else knows anything about this character, please, leave a comment. But like I said, it's a good read. It is a good read. But I wish it was a little bit more of the mainstream X-Men, considering it's the Uncanny X-Men. Now, I've been reading the Exceptional X-Men? They got new characters in that. They got new characters in the X-Men title and in this one. I'd like to see a little bit more of the main core, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't want to rank this book because I don't think that's fair. All right, but definitely worth the time of day to read. Like I said, if you want to jump on, this is pretty good. All right, it'll get your attention. Outside of that, I don't know if it'll keep your attention, but it will get your attention. The art looks great. Rogue looks really good right there. I like that. I'm not really feeling this dragon character here that in issue 1, I believe it was. All right, Gambit stole some kind of eye thing. I forget what it looked like, but it was kind of like the thing that Doctor Strange has. All right, so whatever it is that this thing wants it, he wants it back. All right, so he's after Gambit. He's doing some talking and doing some senseless yakking, and Rogue stepped in and he encased her. I think that was pretty cool. I mean, you got to have some really good powers to do that to Rogue. She's pretty strong. But like I said, look at the art. Look at Wolverine. That looks pretty cool. All right, the art panels are beautiful. I liked it a lot. I'm tired. I shouldn't have done this video, but hey, what the hell? I give it a shot. Like I said, I like the art. The art looks really good. It's amazing when the art is like this, how the stories they read better. when they tried to do that stylish art where it's like somebody's personal style they're putting on it, you kind of get distracted by the art and you really don't focus on the story. Let's see any more good panels. Let's take a look. That's a nice one right there. Look at that one. Like I said, I'm on the fence with these new characters. I'm not gonna hate on them, but I'm not gonna love them right away either. So, all right, but definitely worth the time of day. I think it was worth $5. Yeah, Man-Thing in here too. Before I forget, like I said, I'm tired. Oh boy, I'm gonna call it a day. Oh shit! See, I told you I was tired. All right, X-Men 14. I don't want to rank it because, like I said, I don't think that's fair. Considering the book is fairly new and they're going in a different direction than what the last 4 years were, so I'm gonna give this a big chance here before I start like pissing and moaning. All right, I just want to see more of the X-Men. All right, thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave a comment.